Hi, hello. I do hate recording myself, so I'm going to try to get through this as quickly and easily as possible. Sorry about the little guest here. It's way past his bedtime. He refuses to go to bed, and I'm trying to get this in before the deadline is up. So some things that I had learned, I did know about the riots in Attica. I'd gone to Attica High School for 1 year before we moved down south, so I did know of the prison. I knew of the riot. I just didn't know the background of the riots, the reason that it had started. I completely understand why they had done it. I mean, obviously, the prison conditions weren't all that great. I never knew how many hostages or how many people were actually killed. I had talked to my uncle about it a little bit before, but didn't really get much detail from him. He wasn't at that prison very long as a correctional officer. I think he was mostly at Groveland. So with Mark David Chapman, some things that I did learn with that. I did not know that he had actually told people of his plans. It kind of makes you wonder, could it have been prevented or was it meant to be? I mean, I did read the thing that stated he did run into singer James Taylor in a subway and pushed him against a wall and told him of his plans. You know how many witnesses were there? Nobody reported him. He told his wife of his plans. He went to Georgia to get bullets from a friend, so they obviously knew of his plans. Why didn't anybody report him? And, it kind of makes you wonder, could this have been prevented? And so it's almost like destiny that it was meant to be. He did ask the photographer to stay, and the photographer said no. He did ask the woman to the bar. The woman said no, and he did later state that if either of them had taken him up on his offer, maybe he wouldn't have killed John Lennon that night. So, I guess in a way it was meant to happen. I mean, obviously it was a bad thing. He was a very popular public figure. I could see how that statement, especially if you're a strong Christian, could throw somebody into a loop. The other people that he had on his list, like Ronald Reagan, Elizabeth Taylor, I'm not exactly sure why they were on his list of people that he had considered. I wonder what the world would be like if he had gotten one of the others instead of John Lennon. It did state that Yoko Ono did write letters to the parole board asking that Mark Chapman never be released from prison, along with fans. And it kind of, is he ever going to get out of prison? And from the way it looks, he's been denied parole 10 times. There's people that have murdered before that are out in just a few years. So if he ever did get released, how long would he actually last in public? Because there are still a lot of John Lennon fans out there. Maybe they're just afraid that he would get killed if he was released. So maybe that's why they're holding him there. Another thing that I did learn was that he's no longer at Attica State Prison, which I did not know that he was transferred in 2012 over to Wendy in Alden, New York. So that was another interesting fact. But with Attica, I didn't know that Son of Sam was also a resident of that prison. So that was interesting to learn that. So that is what I learned doing this project. I also learned I don't know how to do PowerPoints, so I hope that I did it correctly. Also, with the report, I'm not sure why it keeps on asking for the title. I tried to resubmit it, adjusting the actual written report, and it won't let me resubmit it. So I'm going to go ahead and email a copy with this video where it doesn't ask for the title at the beginning of every single page. Hopefully I did this correctly, and have a good night. Bye.